anxious. What are you sawing? Is it on something? Is that not? There we go. There we are. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Let me get the chat up. I've got a wee baby under here. I've got a wee baby in there. Let's see if you can see the wee baby. See the bottom of the wee baby? Yes, she's snuggling in. It's chilly today. It's very chilly. And I'll show you out the window while I get the chat up. It's not a great day. Who knows? Will the sun come out? I hope it does. I actually got out to sit for about 10 minutes last night. It was just as it was becoming dusk and all my wee lights were all coming on in my garden. And I got out there and sat for about 10 minutes. It was lovely. Good morning, lovely Ale. Good morning to you. Good morning, good morning. It was lovely just sitting out there. I was sitting underneath my umbrella and it was all lit up inside like that. And the dogs were just going about the grass and it felt really nice just to get out for some fresh air. So that's what I done last night. And tomorrow I've got to go shopping and I'm not looking forward to it. I'm really not. I'll be there early again. You can still see my blue hair. Have I got oil on you? I use oily today. Hold on a minute. Let me give you a wipe there. I think I had you a bit oily there. Where are we? There we go. There's my sweet Scout. Good morning, Scout. Has that done any difference? I think it has. See, I put hand lotion and all that on. I've always got lotion. I'm always lotioned up. One puts the lotion on itself or it gets the hose again. That's me. You wouldn't need to say that to me. I'm already lotioned. I'm already lotioned, Buffalo Bill. I'm lotioned up. That was some film, wasn't it? Silence of the Lambs. Although I kind of fancy Jodie Foster anyway. You know, I quite fancy Jodie. Just saying. But that was some film. One puts the lotion on or one gets the hose. Good morning, lovely Milo. Good morning. I hope you're having a nice morning. Wasn't it a great film? What's his name? Anthony Hopkins. Is it Anthony Hopkins that's in it? My mind's went blank. I don't know. I think it's old age with me. I'm losing brain cells every day. Excellent, Sky. Wonderful. That's wonderful news that it went well. Just make sure you eat something sugary for me, please. Eat something nice. Have a croissant la plain croissant. Croissant plain. The chocolate croissant. Have one of them. Yes, Silence of the Lambs. Silence. Yes, Anthony Hopkins. Silence of the Lambs was wonderful, wasn't it? But as I say, I liked our Jodie in it. I thought Jodie was... She could come and FBI me anytime. That's what she could. She'd be welcome in the ball. Come in, Jodie. Lock the door, put the key down there like that. Come in. Come in, you're welcome, Jodie. Make yourself comfortable. Plain or chocolate. Yes, have one of them, please. Get your sugar level up. Not that I'm... listen, I've got cream eggs and everything in there. I can't wait for Easter to be over because I'm going to have to eat the Easter eggs. I can't not eat them now I've bought them. So it's a temptation right there in my kitchen. Temptations in my kitchen. Oh, I was watching Lovely Heather's live stream. I'm about halfway through. I've not seen it all yet, but my God, I've perked up watching her thing. So she's doing her makeup. Heather and Marshall that comes in the chat. She was doing her makeup, right? And she just comes out with this. She says that her house is haunted, right? Well, I know that's true because my house was haunted back there, so I know these kind of things happen, right? She says, but she's seen the spirit that stays in the house, right? So I was like, oh, that sounds a bit like my old house. But then she said she woke up the other morning and there was some kind of, it sounded like there was some kind of red demon over the top of her hissing. I'd be selling the house, Heather. The house would be up for sale. As soon as I've got any kind of red demon hissing over the top of me, the house is up for sale, and I'll be keeping that little nutmeg to myself. The people that are coming in to view the house will not know that story. Burn it, yes, Milo, burn it down. My God, Heather, I need to know more about. We need to know more about that. We need the makeup video, right? Because I love watching makeup videos anyway. But we need to know the story behind the hauntings. I've told you my stories. But yours sounds a bit worse than what mine was. And I do believe in all these kind of things. I think it was my ex-husband's, one of his relatives woke up in the middle of the night and there was like an old lady holding him down. And he was trying to get up and he couldn't get up. There was this old lady holding him down. See, in this neck of the woods, that old lady's Mrs. Doubtwater. That old lady holding down the gentleman's her. Prowling about at night time, holding down young men. That's her. That's Mrs. Doubtwater for you. But that was my ex-husband's family, that someone had woke up and there was this old lady holding them down. Good morning, Angela. Good morning. Oh, Angela, well, you need to share because we believe in all that. I've had, well, the ghost experience in the other house, and I saw a UFO when I was a wee girl. I've not seen one since. I'm always looking up at the sky waiting. Thank you, Michelle. A lot of people don't like listening to me laugh, but I'm a giggler. Yeah, there was no red demons in my story, but Heather, my God, I'd be getting a priest in. I stay across the road from a chapel, so that would be no bother. I'd be able to get the priest in. I'd be getting the priest in to bless the place. And do you know what? In case you haven't had a house blessing, I'll tell you what happens. Because when I was a wee girl, it was a Catholic school I was in, and when we moved to the house that I grew up in, we got a priest in to bless the house. Not because it was haunted, just because that's what we done back in the day. You got a priest in to bless your house. Of course, this priest was an alcoholic priest, right? But nobody really talked about that. He had a whiskey in everybody's house. He always smelt of booze, but that's besides the point. So anyway, he comes into the house and he's got holy water with him, and he goes round every opening. So your windows, he would go over and he would splash water. The doors, the loft, the back door, every opening to your house gets splashed with the holy water, and he says a little thing. That's what happens when you get your house blessed, just in case you don't know what happens. That was the wee priest that we used to hide from. I remember that as a kid. I remember these things like this that you remember. Like, a few times he was in my mum and dad's house, but we'd all be down you'd be down on the floor no time praying. He'd have us all down there praying. And then it got to the stage that, oh, here he comes, oh no, here he comes, it's the priest. Everybody hide. Me and my brother would be like that, hiding behind the door. My mum would be underneath the table. My dad would be sitting with a coat over him like that. It's a priest. Hide, everybody, hide. God forgive us for that, but it was just that priest. As I say, he liked a swally. He was a priest that enjoyed a swally, so he did. I swear to God, but hide for the priest. Oh no, here he comes. Because he'd been in your house for a while. I mean, my dad would need to turn the TV off, and God forbid our TV was on for the minute we got up in the morning, the minute we went to bed at night. You know what I mean? There could be chaos happening outside, but the telly gets left on. The only time the TV ever got turned off was if the police were round. If the police came round to your door, or the priest came round to your door, that's where I've got to turn the telly off now. It's the popo, the telly off. So my dad, I'm not turning the telly off today. Everybody hide. We'd be ducking and diving, hiding behind. But I'm sure we weren't the only ones. That done that. Oh my God, Milo, really? See, this wasn't even my story. This was a relative on my ex-husband's side, and we had been talking about like hauntings and things like that. And they said that they woke up one night and they knew that they weren't dreaming. They knew that they were awake, and there was like this old lady holding them down in the bed, and they couldn't get up. They couldn't get up to get out of the bed. So I don't know what Remember the stories of old about banshees? There used to be things called banshees, and I think they were like women, and they would scream it. I think they were like evil witches or something like that. But there's stories about banshees kind of thing, and I'm thinking maybe that's what she was. She was a banshee. Maybe our Heather needs to watch. I'm saying Heather, get the priest in anyway. The priest, and she's going about with rosary beads, which is a good. I'd be sleeping with them on. I'd have my rosary beads on. Oh my goodness, that was Mikey choking one up there. He's got something in his throat. Well, me and my brother used to do the whole hunting and on. We used to play that game at my granny's because she stayed across from a convent. Good morning, lovely Mac. My Mac Sheen. Good morning to you. Yes, but hunting and on, I hope nobody takes offence with that. That's just the game that we came up with to pass the boredom in my granny's house. Because everybody would have, all the adults would be having a bit of flavouring in the living room, and me and my brother's job was to look out the window at my dad's car to make sure it wasn't getting broke into. That's the kind of scheme we were talking about right there. That we were there, and if there was any youngins hanging about my dad's car, not that my dad's car was a fancy car. My dad's car wasn't. My dad's car, we used to pull back the carpets and watch the road go by, throw things down it. There was so much rust. So that was our job, to watch the car while everybody was having a great time in the other room. And across it was a convent, but it was spooky. It really, really was very spooky. And me and my brother came up with the game Hunting and On. And there was all these windows, and we'd be looking in the window, and all of a sudden you'd see this ghostly figure of a nun just going by the window. We're going, I seen one there, that's 1-0 to me, 1-0. 1-0. And then maybe he would see two nuns and go, I've got a doubler, I've got a double nun. I think you get 3 points for a double nun. I think that's the way the point system worked. But we had a whole game. Good morning, there's my lovely Moomin, my English Rose. Do you know, Sky, I ended up having food poisoning because I drank. I just watched the Song of Bernadette or something like that, right? And I was only a wee girl. Good morning, Edge of ASMR. Edge of ASMR, get ready with the finger. Randy, good morning to you. Good morning. Golfer girl, good morning, my golfer girl. Jenny, did I say good morning? Good morning. I ended up with food poisoning. My auntie that passed away, my auntie that passed away last year, well, she was blind, but her sight didn't start going until she was not like a teenager. But anyway, she went a trip to see St. Lourdes, to Lourdes, and she brought back some holy figurines of the Virgin Mary that had the holy water in it. And my mum had it in a cabinet somewhere, and years went by, and it was kind of green looking right after a while, but still there it sat. And I had sat and watched the Song of Bernadette, and I felt all holy, and thought, you know what would be even better if I drank that holy water. Well, I drank it and ended up violently ill. So don't drink the water, especially if it's been lying for 2 years. Yes, Michelle, see, I was saying to my mum as well, I watched know how we were talking about Dracula's castle? I watched a couple of, well, a few guys, and they get permission to go into Dracula's castle at night to film for YouTube. But these guys have got cameras. These guys have got cameras like know how like proper filmmakers cameras, and the Sky, don't drink it. Don't drink it. Bless yourself with it. Don't be drinking it. These guys going to Dracula's castle, right? And they're doing a tour, and it's dark and everything like that. I'd need some Russian flavouring first of all to step foot in there. But see, I even started getting about. They started walking up to Dracula's castle, and you hear this flapping noise, and it's bats. Bats flying about your head as you're walking up to the castle. That freaked me right out already. I was already freaked before even stepping in. And he's got this whole room called the torture room, right? This is giving 50 Shades of Grey a run for its money, I'll tell you. The torture room. Mm-mm. But they would show you some of these devices, and you're thinking, who the hell thinks about this kind of stuff? Whose imagination came? Big long tables like full of spikes and rolly things that you roll you into this. It's unbelievable, but somebody's come up with. This man's took time out his day thinking about, torture devices. The hell? Oh yes, I mean, a lot of people have seen orbs from my old videos in the other house. Stay away from Dracula, Sky. Stay away from him. You'd be getting an eye poking for sure. I would love to go for girl. I'd love to go to Dracula's castle. Vlad the Impaler. I mean, his name says it all, the man. I wouldn't want a date with him. See, if you were like on one of these apps these days, you scroll right for your perfect Vlad the Impaler, I'd be saying no. No, even if you look like Aquaman, I'd be saying, I think a wee red flag's just been up. I tell you, the torture. You want to watch that? I don't even know the name of the guys, but they're young guys. But the torture rooms. I think there was more than one room. It couldn't fit all the torture devices into the one room. It had a couple of rooms with these things, ranging on torturing your thumbs, things to torture your to others. I mean, there was a lot of thought. There was a lot of planning. Know how if we became millionaires, we'd be planning out like, I want a pool. I'd love my own pool and make it like Hawaii. I want to. You'd be planning something. This man planned his whole thing around this room, this torture room. And listen, I don't even. It gives you the heebie-jeebies. I watched that video. But I'd go there. I would go there. We all love yous, right? We're all going to Vlad the Impalers. But see, even just that walk up, this wee hill that you walk up to his castle, and the bats are flying and kind of dive bombing you. I'd be swinging my stick about and all that. I'll get it. I've got a stick. Get that bat. No eating bats, everybody. Yous have been warned. See if I catch yous with a bat hanging out your mouth. That's it. Yous are out of here. You're back on the bus. Nobody eat the bats. Just saying. That's what we'd be doing. Oh, is that right, golfer girl? Me too. It's been a while since I've been impaled with anything. A long time. I'm an old lady. What can I say? I'm an old lady now. It's probably never going to happen. It's only going to happen in my dreams. In my dreams it'll happen. Well, hopefully it'll happen in my dreams. I always get to the good part in my dreams, and then like Eminem transformed into a sea queen, and that just ruined the whole feeling. Yes, Angela, it'd be spooky, wouldn't it? It'd be really, really spooky. Because this guy was a real guy. Fair enough, he wasn't a vampire, or I don't know if he was he might have been a vampire drinking blood, who knows? But the man certainly liked a bit of torture at the weekends. That was his thing. He certainly liked all of that kind of shenanigans going on in his castle. I would have the Castle of Love. That would be my kind of castle. My castle would be the Austin Powers of castles. The Castle of Love, and you come. Yes. See, as I say, I can't remember who it was, but someone that stays in my area, there's a place called the Dovecot, and that feels haunted. I don't know why. And it was a Dovecot, but this is going back for when Mary Queen of Scots was stoating about, and that's spooky. Moment, my brother and his wife went on the ghost tour of Edinburgh, and they love it. My brother's got the, I don't know what they're called. It's like a thing, and it can sense fluctuations in electricity and stuff like that. He's got these ghost devices anyway that can see changing electricity and temperature, all this kind of stuff. And they went, and there's a bit at Edinburgh Castle where a wee ghosty a girl is, and everybody that goes leaves a little dolly or something like that for the wee girl. Because I think if you don't, she's coming home with you. So I'd be take a dolly with you just to put there. So just stay where you are, wee girl. Don't be coming home with me. Milo, that's what my castle would be. Lava lamps and beds that are circles that just go round and round and stuff. You'd have them, and you'd have water beds and all that kind of stuff. It'd be the castle of love. Everybody's welcome. You know how I'm a people lover. I love everybody, so I'd have the time of my bloody life. Time of my life. There'd be no nasty impaling. And my torture room would be that'd be more 50 Shades room. That's what that would be. It'd be more like a 50 Shades room. Not Vlad the Impaler. He took torture to a different level, that man. Yes, Iona, they leave little wee gifts for this ghost. I don't know if they just leave it to her or they leave it so she doesn't come home with you, but I'd be remembering it. Take a Barbie or something with you. Take a Barbie. Yeah, we're all groovy. We're all Austin Powers. That's what we're going to be doing now. And Mikey, he likes to live dangerously. I get a lot of my phrases from him. And I think I'm more like Fat Bastard from... I talk like him, don't I? I talk like Fat Bastard from Austin Powers. And I probably look like one too. But that's... Some people, I'm their absolute dream come true. I know the trolls won't like me saying that, but some people out there will be looking for someone just like me. I'm their ideal. There's someone for everyone out there. Although on a Saturday I look better than what I do right now. Let's face it, I do look a bit better. But see what I look like now. Some people will be saying, "Don't put makeup on. Keep yourself au naturel." Mrs. Doubtwater. There's my sweet open-minded. Good morning, open-minded. Good morning. Oh, what's the one I like? The Dracula one I like. It's Bram Stoker's. Anyway, it's Bram Stoker's Dracula, and Keanu Reeves is in it. He gets captured with the girl vampires, so he does. Old Keanu Reeves. That's a great one. That's a good one. That was quite scary, so it was. Yeah, Bram Stokes. That was scary. But here, I like old Keanu Reeves as well. I like him. I'd need to give him a pet name because I find it hard saying Keanu. I'd need to give him some kind of other little pet name. What would I call him? Dollface. I'm going to see if I say Dollface. It's Keanu Reeves, right? So yeah, I don't mind a bit of Dollface. Jane, good morning. See if Keanu Reeves ever watches that. He's going to be like, I'm not sure about the Dollface hen, but yeah, I'm going to see if you hear me talk about Dollface. That's Keanu, because I find it hard to say his name. See, he might find the name Blueberry hard to say. He might say, I'm just going to call you Shitface. That's okay. If you call me Dollface, I'll call you... Here, Dollface, you call me whatever you want. You know, see if you're coming... You just call me whatever. I don't mind. Come into the bungalow. Who's that? I've got Jodie Foster already and Keanu stroke Dollface. I've got them in the bungalow. They're coming today. They're coming for their tea. Getting all excited now thinking about that scenario. Yeah, the sun would be getting put out. The sun would be like, go and play outside or something. He'd say, Mum, I'm 19, I don't go out and play. Go to your father's, for God's sakes. His term. Take the dogs. uh, do you know what other one I really like? And it's all Wolverine that's in it. Constantine. Constantine's a good movie as well, so it is. That's got everything in it. That's got vampires. It's got werewolves, which I hate the way to this day I can't watch American Werewolf in London, because when I watched it as a wee girl I was traumatized forever. Yeah, Van Helsing. Is it Van Helsing? What did I say? I said Constantine. That's a whole different movie. Van Helsing, yes. Alethea. And good morning to you. I'm sorry if I never said good morning. That was a great film, wasn't it? That had everything in it. Dracula Untold. I don't think I've ever seen that one, but I might. Oh, I'll need to look. That's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to binge watch these kind of Dracula movies and see what kind of dream I have tonight. Well, I'm going to watch Heather's makeup video first. I'm about halfway through. Where am I? Well, I've got a wee bit more. I'll show you her lovely face. That's where I am. Watch it work, because I like to watch people put their makeup on. But that story terrified me that she said on it. She terrified me. And now I'm worried about her. Now I'm going to need to find a priest in Vegas. I know you can get pretend priests, but I need the real thing. I need the real one. Can I say hi, Scarlett? Of course I can, Scarlett, and good morning to you, and thank you for coming into the chat. Hugh Jackman, yeah. I like him as Wolverine. I like that kind of. See, I'm into all the Marvel and all the. See any kind of movie that they wear tight clothes and spandex. That's my kind of flick. That's what would be on in the Castle of Love. See the Castle of Love that I'm talking about? I'm going to get the guy. That's what would be on in that. All the kind of movies. It'll be a great time, and we'll all have flavouring. It'll be the smashing. You'll thoroughly enjoy it. I'll have a huge big bowl. Remember, bring your keys. I'll have a big fish bowl. Just dump your keys in the bowl, and Bob's your uncle. We'll have a great time. And what happens in the castle stays in the castle, guys. That's the only rule. What happens in the castle stays in the castle, right? And we're going to have it in Brigadoon. It's going to be in Brigadoon. That's what. See, a whole scenario's happening here. We're going to have it in Brigadoon. This castle. This castle's going to be fantastic. Sky, I'm sorry. I've got her back in the gutter again. Oh yes, Moomin. I've been watching the Bigfoot things as well. That scares me too, because I totally believe it. Oh yeah, see, I love all the X-Men movies, the Marvel movies, and what's the other one? The one Wonder Woman and all that. I love all that. I love all the kind of movies. But it was Jean-Luc Picard for me. See, Patrick Stewart. See, when I was a wee girl, well, I suppose I've got a thing about guys with bald heads. I do. And it all started with Ming the Merciless. Ming the Merciless, when I was a wee girl, and we watched Flash Gordon. Now, Flash Gordon's a right good looking buff guy with beautiful blonde sweeping hair. No, it wasn't him. It was Ming the Merciless with the big moustache. New. And the music, and he had the big kind of cape thing on like that. Ooh. Even now I'm thinking, oh, I'd take a bit of Ming. There's something I never thought I'd say on a Sunday morning. I would take a bit of Ming over a bit of Flash. There's something I never thought I'd be saying on a Tuesday morning, but there, it came out of my mouth. It's out now. Yes, my superpower is making people fall asleep. Or making people, get triggered. The power of laughter. I loved Ming. I don't know, but it was about. I don't know if it was the power that he had. I'm not sure if it was or the rope. Yeah, but here I would take a bit of that. Ming's invited to the castle, guys. Ming's invited. We'll need to get a list of who's invited to this castle, the Castle of Love. Jared Butler, there will golfer girl. We'll invite him as well. We're going to write a list of people that's going to be in this the Castle of Love with us, and it's a, what do you call it? Prestigious affair. Is that what it is? Only the best get in to the Castle of Love, right? We need bouncers. We'll need bouncers at the door that can turn away the people that we don't want there. Trolls, get them away from the castle. Go in under your bridge. Get under your bridge. Don't come to the castle again. And we'll all be having a party of our life. Colin Firth, right? He's in as well at MDL. We need women as well. Right, I'm inviting Jodie Foster. Wonder Woman, she's obviously, she's going to get there. No Amber Heard before MD says her. She's not getting in. Amber, away you go under the bridge with the trolls. Johnny Depp, on the other hand, in you come. Dresses Jack Sparrow, though. He's got to have his Jack Sparrow gear on. Dresses Jack Sparrow, Johnny, and then you can come in as well. You can come in with Dollface, stroke Keanu. John Travolta, well, of course, we need him. Yeah, Aquaman's got to come. Aquaman's got to wear his Aquaman gear, because we need the toplessness of that, don't we? We need that. We need some of that. We need some good-looking girls as well, though, because it's going to be a modern kind of castle. It's going to be modern. Everybody's going to love everybody. That's the kind of castle it is. And as I said, what happens in the castle stays in the castle. We're all in Brigadoon. That's where we're. It's in That's where the castle's going to be, Brigadoon. See, Revolution want to melt their makeup off her, but here the castle thing, that's grander. Right, we're all in for free, but see all these celebrities, let's charge them. They'll obviously want to be charged to come into our castle. I mean, what do you think for a weekend for a celebrity? A few grand anyway. It's going to cost them a few grand. I'll do the buffet. They don't need to worry about the buffet. I'll do it. It'll be sausage rolls and a bowl with some crisps and some dip. We'll have dip. That's the buffet for you. There we go, sorted. And a bowl of peanuts. Finger food. that's all we want. It's finger food. Finger food. So they're going to be getting their meals included. Emilia Clarke, right? She's in as well. Kate Blanchard, right? We'll invite her as well. Kate Blanchard's in. Okay. See, I loved Julia Roberts. See, Julia Roberts back in the day when she was in Pretty Woman. She was the prettiest woman in the earth, wasn't she? She was gorgeous. Even though she portrayed a lady of the night, that didn't bother me. I think she looked good with the blonde wig on and with her natural hair. So she's in. Julia, I know you're coming in. And Jennifer Anderson, if we invite her, we can't invite the other one. What's her name? Jodie, whatever. What's her name? Tomb Raider girl. Right, we can't have the two of them in the cat. See, we need to get this mix right. Oh, Marilyn Monroe would be in. She'd be my wife. Would be Marilyn. Me and Marilyn would be married in an ideal world. But I would be married to maybe Cary Grant as well. That's the kind of castle it is. Polygamy is that's okay in the castle if that's the kind of if you are all, happy about that situation, then so be it. That's what it is. Rooms for everybody. We'll have rooms, and we'll have something that you can tie around the handle of your door to say no one enter. This is a private moment, right? In the olden days, they used to put a hat on the door. Did you know that? See, if there was anything happening inside your bedroom, you'd put a hat on the outside of your door handle, so people know don't be going in right now. It's occupied. We'll have that. We'll all have a hat to put in our door. I won't be coming into your room unless the hat's off. But remember to put your hat on. We'd all just want to stay in that castle forever. That'd be a wonderful castle. Are you, Angela? See, Men in Kilts is good. I like looking at a bit of kilt action, and majority of Scottish men anyway are true Scots. Everyone that was at my wedding was a true Scot. They all had no undergarments on underneath their kilt. That's how to this day there's pictures flying about from my wedding. It just random guy's bum cheek. That's what, see, back in the day, that would be frowned upon nowadays. That'd be frowned upon. But back in 1991, people's aunties used to do that. Just lift your kilt and take a picture. And then you'd send it to the developers and hope that you weren't going to get any trouble off the police. Yes, James McAvoy, he's Scottish. He's Scottish. So is Ewan McGregor. He's a good-looking guy, Ewan McGregor. Ooh, maybe have him in. A Scotsman, bring him in as well. Wear your kilt. Wear your kilt. Get your kilt on if you're coming. That's a wonderful saying, my sweet Moomin. Hang your knickers on the washing line in Somerset means you need some attention. Yeah, I maybe go and do that now. Hang my knickers on my washing line, but you know, they're big knickers. It'd be like a flag flapping my drawers. I do put my knickers out. See, when I do a washing in the summer, but they get put in the very, see, I've got a whirligig, we call it. And my knickers get put right in the middle, like that, and then disguised with towels and stuff like that. But they do get out there and get a bit of air. They've never been stole yet. I've always been looking and thinking, has anybody stole them yet? No, nobody stole them. But do you know, back in the old day, there was people called snowflakes. And it wasn't the snowflakes of today. It wasn't the people that like to complain about the littlest thing, right? That's a snowflake today. Back in the old day when I was in Glasgow, a snowflake was someone that used to go about people's washing lines in the middle of the night and steal their clothes. Not necessarily just knickers, like steal their clothes. Like somebody maybe had their washing out and forgot to bring their washing in. And just thought, I'll get the washing in the morning, and just left the washing out all night. And behold, when they got up in the morning, there was zero clothes on the washing line because the snowflakes were round taking it. That's Glasgow for you. Remember bringing your washing. Bring in your washing at night. I am what they call musical by ear, not to float my own boat. See, I think, because of the whole dyslexia thing, I think God made up for it by making me musical by ear. So if I had a piano or an electric piano or something like that, any song that you tell me, I can play it. I maybe get the notes wrong a wee bit at first, but then I can just play it. It's just there in my head. So anything that you want me, I could sing. I could do my hump, my lovely lady lumps. I mean, I could do that on the piano. I could do with lady lumps. I could do all these songs just by listening to them. I can play it. It's a gift that I've got, and I've nowhere to sell it. But that's it. I'm not very good at reading or writing, but God gave me that gift. So I had a lot of fun growing up, being able to just play things on the Casio and stuff. Good morning, sweet Beth. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, I don't know if any of you can do it. You just hear a song and you can just play it. Your clays, we say your clays. That's for clothes. Go. Your clays are dirty, or your clays are manky. That means they're really bad. You know, see if your clays are manky, your clothes are very dirty. See, a lot of this slang comes out of my mouth as well, and I don't realise it, and people are like, what's this strange lady talking about today? I'm thumbs down on her. My fan's been in already, as you can see, and gave me the thumbs down. They're religious and they're watching me, aren't they? They watch me every single day just to do that. I don't mind. I listen, see my thumbs down, and I give you a thumbs up for effort. It really takes a special kind of person to come on to someone's live stream every single day just to do that. So well done. See if I could make you a badge. I would make you a sheriff's badge or something like that. I would give you a gold badge. Give you a gold badge. Oh, Harrison Ford, yes. I liked him in Star Wars. Ooh. Good morning, Pip. Yes, that's exactly what I am. As soon as I hear a song, I can play it. First of all, maybe I've got a couple of notes wrong there. Maybe a couple of, but give me 10 minutes and I'll have it down. Any song that I used to show off. See, when I did go to mass every Sunday, and when I was in the Catholic school, we went to mass every Sunday because, see, on the Monday you get questioned off your teacher what happened in mass. What was the father talking about at mass? So you had to know your stuff. So you had to go. So I would. This is, God forgive me. I used to dog it sometimes. I'm not talking that kind of dogging. In Glasgow, if you're dogging it, it means you're truanting, right? So bear with me. So if I'm saying to you, I dogged it, it's not that I've been up some alley in a car, you know, with people. It means I was truanting. So as I got older, I used to dog mass. Instead of going to mass, I went to the wee shop and I bought a packet of crisps with the money that I would normally put in the plate. That's as despicable of me, it really is. And to throw my mum and dad off. See, this is how I planned it. This is how I planned it. I would go home, I would get my piano out, and I would start playing Alleluia, Alleluia, dee dee. I'd play all the songs as if I've just heard them in mass. I was just in mass, Mum. I was just in mass like that. Imagine that. God forgive me for doing that, and please forgive me for my sins. But I used to do that. You know, this is when I got a wee bit older, and I thought, see that 50 pence that normally I would put in a plate? That's going to get me a packet of crisps, a bottle of juice, and I could sit in the playground for an hour and then head home. Wicked. That's Satan. Satan there. I should have told him no, but there you are. That's what I'm a bad person at times. Dempsey. Moomin, you've got the best words. Moomin, you need to have a channel of your own. I would totally subscribe to your channel. Yes, Beth, they like to give me they've unthumbs down me. They've took their thumbs down back. Can you look at that? They've took their thumbs down back. I'll still give you your badge though. I'll give you your badge. Yes, Angie, see, I'm a fire sign and all. I mean, listen, I'm being honest and I'm owning up to my sins. That's what I'm doing. Sky, that's why I had to have the holy water, because I was a naughty girl at times. I was just hoping that on the Monday when I went to school, the teacher wasn't going to ask me what the father was talking about. Do you know what I'd have said? Well, he was talking about Jesus. There's a lot of talk about Jesus and God. And I'd have been right. I'd have been right. The teacher would have went, right, good on you, Linda. You were at mass, weren't you? Yes. Yes, I was. But I was even flyer than that. I used to walk by the chapel just to look in to see what colour or robe the priest was wearing. So I could say, he'd on his purple outfit. Well, she was at mass, she's seen the father. And I was sitting at the swing park. And then going home and playing all the hymns. Really, and I had my wee piano turned up full so that my mum and dad could hear me belting it out. Belting it, hallelujah, hallelujah. I'd be singing it, they'd be going, no, listen to her, Linda, isn't she? She's right holy the day, isn't she? Listen to that. She's been to mass, obviously she's been to mass. I mean, she listened to her playing. She's got to be dogging it. But do you know, see, high school was a completely different kettle of fish. And I used to dog it myself in high school and just walk about the streets till 3 o'clock in the afternoon. That's how bad I hated school. It was terrible. Yes, open-minded. My husband was a Leo, well, is a Leo, and I'm a Sagittarius. So that's what we were. And they say that Leo and Sagittarius is a great match. We were a group, and see, separate, we're a good match. You know, just not romantically anymore, but we're still good. I must say, the man's great with his kids. I could not fault him for his kids at all. He loves his kids just as I do, and that's always been our number one on our list, is the babies. And I don't care how old they are; they're still our babies. And you're a Leo's. See, Leos and Sagittarius are meant to get on really good. I don't know who I'm not meant to get on with. I don't know. A Libra. Ooh, Milo. See, that's a part of growing up, isn't it? But see, the kids nowadays haven't got it as good as what we did, because we never had the mobile phones come back then. And some people never even had house phones. My granny was posh because she had a house phone in the house. But even then, you weren't allowed to use the house phone till after 6 o'clock at night, when it was a cheaper phone calls. But we used to brag about, my gran's got a phone in our house. You know, and then the colour TVs. We've got a colour television. So, yes, thank you, Beth, for that. That was always the number one when we were getting a divorce and stuff like that. It wasn't because we hated each other, but see, if we were to keep going, we might have hated each other, and we really didn't want that to happen. We just knew it was time. Said that, but I still love, see, Virgo and Pisces people, I still love yous. See, my mum is actually born on the cusp, they call it, and she's sometimes she's a Capricorn, and sometimes she's a Sagittarius, because she's born, her birthday's the 22nd of December. So sometimes she's a Sagittarius, sometimes she's a Capricorn. It's weird. But my mum's birthday it's always the shortest day of the year. Is it the shortest day? It's the shortest day of the year is my mum's birthday. Good morning, Elisa. Good morning. Thank you for the beautiful rainbow. Remember the dial-up? AOL, it would be America Online. But see, when we were younger, we could go away. Mum, I'm just going to the shops. And we could be, or do you know what ours was? Mum, I'm going to stay with my friend this weekend. Is that okay? Does our mum know? Our mum said it's fine. Right, okay. So then my friend would say, I'm staying with Linda at the weekend, Mum. Does our mum know? And I'll go, yes. Yes, my mum knows that she's staying this weekend, right? And then we'd have another friend that was staying with one of us at the weekend. And we'd all go camping. We'd all be away camping with some Mary Down cider. That actually happened. And Mum was none the wiser. See, if Mum knew, Mum would be up all night. Mum was none the wiser. They all thought we were staying at each other's house, because we never had phones. You can see, when my kids were old, I'd be like, you're phoning me. And I'm phoning you. I'm making sure I phone you. Are you on the cusp as well, Angela? See, I like all that. Anything to do with stars and planets. I was watching NASA's live stream again yesterday. It was great. Leo and Virgo. Mary Down. Can you remember that Mary Down cider? Oh, I can't even stand the smell of cider to this day. because we get wrecked on the Mary Downsider, and see when you were peeing the day after, it just smelt like Mary Downsider, and our stomachs were already, I mean, we had bonfires going, and you know, I'm going home to my mum and dad's house stinking a bonfire and still Mary Downsider sick, you know, pretending that I was staying in my friend's house. Oh, how was your night? Oh, we had a great time. We were up all night talking and that, so I'm just going to go to my bed now and catch up on some sleep. The tent would be left. Just leave the tent. We can't, we can't, we can just crawl home ourselves, never mind tents. Have I travelled anyway? I've travelled, I've been actually blessed that I've been in quite a few countries. I've been a lot of Europe because I kind of done a wee tour, I suppose you would call it, when I was 16. Back in the day, you didn't need a 10-year passport. You could buy a 1-year passport from the post office, and it was a paper one. It was just a paper one that you get at the post office. I don't think you could travel to America with that, but you could travel around Europe. And I went to, well, it was Yugoslavia at the time, and Italy I've been in France, Austria, Switzerland, Germany. And then later on in life, I ventured out to Florida, and now see everywhere else. Can't compare to my beloved USA. I'm a Scottish/USA resident. I've gave myself to America if they'll have me. A few of my American friends said yes, we'll have you blueberries. So that's what I am. See, I'm a NASA person as well. I'm actually an astronaut. I did apply to be an astronaut, that's absolutely true. And I absolutely did get a letter back from them saying, sorry, but you need to be an American citizen. Nothing about you've got no grades or A-levels. Nothing about that. Or the health problems I had, but they were very nice in the rejection letter. I wish I still had it. I don't know what I'd done with it. That was kind of stalking behaviour. See, when you think it, I was a bit of a stalker with NASA. There I'm talking about the postman. I was a bit stalkerish with NASA, and then I went to Kennedy Space Centre twice, which was, I was there for about 10 o'clock in the morning to 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and it seemed like half an hour I was there. I know, can you remember that, the AOL connection? At least I would move to the USA in a minute, so I would love to move to the USA. Can you also remember if you were downloading a picture, it would go and it would take like 10 minutes before the picture actually appeared on your screen. Remember that? Oh, changed days. But the young people can't get away with the stuff we get away with because of mobile phones now. We just said, Mum, I'll be back later, and we came back when it got dark. Whereas now, I'd be on the phone, where are you? Whose house? Put their mum on. Put their mum on the phone right now. To make sure. All right, I'm just making sure that they're at your house. That's okay then, right, see you later. And then I'd get a phone call as my daughter's friend there, either down the stair, right, I'm just checking. That's the same girl that when the truancy officer was at my door, I knew exactly where Amanda was. She says, actually another girl in the class is truanting today as well. And I went, I know who you're talking about. I says, they're up there in the flat right now. I says, I'll phone her and get her to go back to school. Me and the truancy officer were like that. I met her a few times with Amanda. Yeah, open-minded. I'd love to, but do you know, I actually done a hashtag Ask NASA last night because I watched a press conference to read some of these things. Go for girls. See, we're all a bit naughty, aren't we? Oh, Moomin, did you see them drinking their iron brew? I was punching the air like, yes, iron brew. Yeah, remember your mum used to come out looking for you? Oh, I knew I was in trouble if my mum had to come out. Yes, I know. Yes, I know, sweet Sky. But last night I was watching, they were doing a whole press conference about the next Dragon mission that they're sending up some astronauts in the new Dragon space um, ship. So they said, ask NASA your questions. Of course, I'm going to ask questions with the hashtag Ask NASA. I thought my question was a really good question, right? I watched the spacewalk the other day and I noticed they've got the big, thick gloves on, right, when they're up the space, and there's tiny screws and they're trying to get things, and these big, thick gloves are in the road. Now, Elon Musk, I think he would be the man to make a slimmer space suit to go and do the spacewalks that's got gloves that allows them to hold on to these screws and instruments. So that was my question, but it never got answered. They were answering questions for magazines and news channels and all this kind of stuff. But I did do my asking. I did ask, and I was in the comment section because the trolls were at it again with the flat earth and stuff. I know, see the aliens. See that I keep saying to my mum, see, we're watching pictures from Mars right now with this Mars rover. Hold on, I think that might be the postman. That is, hold on. Postman. Let me see what I've got. It's not for use, I don't know what it is. My goodness. Someone has sent me my house coat I had on my wish list. It's a black house coat. Someone has sent me, is there any? Someone keeps sending me things and there's nothing in it. Whoever sent me it, thank you very, very much. There I've got a nice sexy, look at this. I've got a nice sexy house coat, look. Thank you very much, whoever sent me this. See? I'm going to enjoy wearing that. It feels nice. Isn't that gorgeous? I might even do a video with it. Thank you very much, whoever sent me that. That's very, very kind of you. Yes, can you imagine that? Skinny spacewalk. Can you, with the zero gravity, everything would be perky, wouldn't it, really? Everything would be perky because it'd be kind of floating. The men would look hilarious, wouldn't they, with their bits all floating in the air. Isn't this beautiful? They've sent me perfume and the other makeup, but they're not putting their name on it, so I've no idea who's sending me all these lovely gifts. So whoever it is, thank you very, very much. That's very kind of you. I'm going to put this on, actually. I'm going to go for a nice shower and I'm going to put this on and lounge about, and I'll feel like Marilyn Monroe because it's silky. I'll be like Marilyn. I'm taking it to the castle. This is getting packed. This is getting packed and I'm taking it to the castle. It's going to be beautiful, won't it? Look at that. So thank you everyone for coming into the chat today. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day. And I'll be back again tomorrow, midweek tomorrow, Wednesday, hump day. And I'm going shopping in the morning. So I want to let you know that I love you all very much and I appreciate all of you. And I'll be back again tomorrow and I'm going to give you all a big kiss now. Bye everyone.